Because I'm unable to be with you today, and I apologize for my voice too, we're going to do a little bit of reviewing. We're going to be using our packet today. We're also going to be using greeting cards. These saludos and despedidos, they are in the gray basket that is up on the counter. And you'll need a set of these cards. So pause the video and go grab one, and then I'll meet you back. So today we're going to talk about some review terms greetings that we've been using, and goodbyes and how are used and what's your name, because it has been very quickly taught. So we're going to do a little bit of reviewing, and the first thing I want you to do is spread out your cards. So pause the video and spread out all your greeting cards so you can read each and every one. It is really helpful that you find some space. So you might want to sit on the floor. You might want to get everything off your desk, and then put your cards in columns. And then we're going to work on categorizing those. So pause the video and spread out your cards. Okay, now that your cards have been spread out, we want to locate all the different ways to say hi. So find as many ways as you can say hi, and I will give you a hint. There are actually 4 ways to say hi. I hope you gave yourself enough time to find the 4 ways to say hi. And I bet you the first one you found was this one. Hola. If you don't have one of these in your deck, you probably have a blank card you could just write it on. But hola, that's the first way to say hi. How about good day? Did you find good day? Did you find buenos dias? And then maybe you found the next one, good afternoon. Buenas tardes. Remember, if I'm going too fast for you to find the cards, you can always pause the video. Buenas tardes. And the last one you should have is buenas noches. Did you find them all? Fantastic. Okay, keep them in one column so you'll be able to pull from those later. Okay, the next thing we want to find are goodbyes. Wow, there's a lot of these. I had about 6. Now, some of your decks may be missing these if people didn't keep the cards organized from the times before, but find 6 ways to say goodbye. Do the best you can and pause the video. Okay, let's see if you were able to find the goodbyes. Did you find all 6? You should have found probably the easiest one, right? Adios, no problem with that one. Remember, keep them in a column so we can pull from them later. Did you find ciao, the other easy goodbye? Then you might have found hasta la vista. It's everyone's favorite one. Hasta pronto. See you soon. Hasta mañana. Until tomorrow. See you tomorrow. And my favorite one, hasta luego. Hasta luego. So those are all your goodbyes. Again, keep them in a handy column so that you can find them. Now we're going to go over all the ways that you can ask someone what their name is. And we have to find all the ways to ask, what is your name? So you should have come up with a couple, but I'll give you time. Go ahead and see if you can find the questions for, what's your name? Pause the video if you need more time. Did you find ¿Cómo te llamas? Yeah, that was the one we practiced in class. Now I'm wondering if you found the one we didn't practice in class, and that was ¿Cómo se llama usted? Now, we did talk about the fact that when you talk to an adult, you must use usted, and what we do is we just drop that S from ¿Cómo te llamas?, just like we did on ¿Cómo estás? And now we have a question that we can ask a teacher. Ask the teacher's name. ¿Cómo se llama usted? Awesome. Now, what was a way that we talked about being able to introduce ourselves? ¿Cómo se dice my name is? Find it. Did you find me llamo? My name is. 8th graders, we're going to talk about another way to say this. We're going to up your game this year. Once you meet someone and you're pleased to meet them, como se dice? Nice to meet you. I'll let you find that card. Did you find mucho gusto? Pleased to meet you. Mucho gusto. Okay. Now, 3 ways to say likewise. It's nice to meet you as well. There's 3 ways. Remember, there's one form for a girl, one for a guy, and one that anyone can use. Encantado por los chicos. Encantada por las chicas. Did you find those 2? Encantado, encantada. And then the last one, igualmente. Igualmente. Good job. Okay, remember, keeping all of those in a straight line, a column, so that we can find and review those later. All right. So we also went over how to ask someone how they're doing. How they're doing. We went over what's up, how we can say that in Spain and how we can say that here. We asked how you were doing to a friend and how you're doing to an adult. That was another one that we covered. So again, put those in a column, pause the video, and see if you can find them. Did you find como estás? Yep, that was the easy one. And then there's another one that should look just like this but for teacher. So did you find como está usted? Okay, and then what are our 2? What's up? What's up? What did we find? Hopefully, ¿qué pasa? And then in Spain, we're going to say ¿qué tal? ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué tal? Muy bien. Great job. We got a lot of cards, I know, but we're almost done. So let's find some ways to say how we feel. There should be, I want to say, six of them that we wrote in our packet. So find 6 ways, pause the video, find 6 ways to say how you're doing. All right. Hopefully you had enough time. Did you find bien? And then it's opposite. Mal. You're doing bad. You're doing well. How about really well? Muy bien. And really, really bad. Muy mal. Excelente. Now, there's 2 ways to say you're doing all right. You're hanging in there. 2 ways. Así, así. That's the one that a lot of 8th graders remembered last time. And then, más o menos. You're doing okay. More or less, you are hanging in there. Well, you are probably now left with just a few stragglers for cards, right? One of them is E2 and you. So if someone asks how you're doing, don't feel like you need to ask them again, ¿cómo estás? You can instead use E2 and how about you? And you can do the same thing if someone asks your name, ¿cómo te llamas? You can also say E2, who are you? So this is a handy one. But you can't use 2 with the teacher. You can't use 2 with an adult you don't know or an adult you should have respect for. So you'd probably have to use this one, y usted, and you. Again, usted has a more formal ring to it, so we want to use this one when we're talking to adults. Okay, last 2. The most important, because we got to have manners. That is my job, to teach you about manners. So we're going to find thank you and you're welcome. I bet you've heard them, maybe never seen them spelled. But gracias. Thank you, and thank you for doing this activity with me when I couldn't be with you. And de nada, you're welcome. Let's practice it. Gracias. Thank you. De nada, you're welcome. Good deal. So your cards are probably all spread out. Are they in their rows? If they're not, pause it and put them back in their rows. Because we're going to see if you can recall any of these terms.